how I'm starting the video. What, we live?
About my hustle, I got more game than your neighborhood arcade, and I'm posted about the spot where I parlay.
Oh my God, that one takes me back. Welcome to Adrenaline Flunky with Matt. So, thank you for tuning in one more time. One more time. Thank you for tuning in one more time. The last episode was a fun experiment. Had a good time. Out here to do it one more time again. Y'all know what I'm saying. You've been there. It's been a long work week already, right? Yes, it has. It's Thursday. You know what that means?
That means tomorrow is Friday's 12-pack, playa.
Yes, sir. Joining me right now.
Yes,
you know
sir,
him, you love
yes,
him.
sir.
His name, Mr. Ricochet, producer extraordinaire.
See, that is me.
Yes. Also, main provocateur of...
Man, I'm like Dr. Dre in this shit with this podcast shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, hey, so we were talking about something before we hit record, and then we kind of put the conversation on hold.
Oh, yes.
What was it?
As we tend to do. This specific one was Stitches and Riches.
Uh-huh.
One of our many sponsors here. I know the owner. Pretty solid dude. Makes a pretty solid product. You like something, he'll put it on something for you.
You like a picture? I put it on a bag.
Yes, sir. So, Stitches and Riches.
This episode of the podcast has been brought to you by Anchors and Stitches and Riches. Yeah, so we were talking about, I know we were talking about ICP.
Yes.
But before that, we were talking about something. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, sir.
Couple of Caucasians.
Yes, sir.
Not us, the drinks.
Wow. Make a hell of a Caucasian, Jackie.
So check this. The directions, the ingredients, the recipe. The recipe for this drink is 1, 1, and 1. So no matter how you mix it, the ratio is going to be the same, whether you make a gallon of the shit or a glass of the shit.
Yeah.
So I showed little Rick how to make them. How do you like his drinks?
Yeah, so I showed my 13-year-old how to mix a cocktail proper.
I'm not going to lie. I did. Just right now before you walked in, that's what I was gaming him up on. But it wasn't like, here, this is how you make a stiff drink. It was more like, hey, when I ask you, if I'm busy and I ask you to do this for me, hook it up, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Next,
sir.
I'm going to teach him how to roll blunts. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding, dude. No, but we were talking about something. We talked about ICP, but before that, we were talking about something, and then you were like, you said random response or genuine feedback or whatever the fuck. What? You don't remember. I don't remember either. I lost
Too high,
it.
bro. Too high.
Already?
Dude.
Speaking of high, do you feel the edible?
You got me with that fedible, fool.
You feel
Like,
it?
yeah. Fuck
Yes.
yeah, dog.
Yes.
Like,
So-
I was cool, like, about 15 minutes until we started this shit. Now I'm like a little,
Dude, I gave one to Bobby Wasabi on Monday, and he came by so we can talk, podcast, take some photos. Like, we had a whole thing going. He came over, we shot the shit a little bit, and I gave him one of those brownies, and I'd say about 30 minutes into it, we're in the middle of a conversation. He's all, dude, I'm stoned. I go, we didn't even smoke, dog. He's all, I know. I go, oh.
just got lost.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so they're good. I know they're good.
Dude, for real. I'm feeling it.
They had me and my girl on our ass. Not my girl. She just is sleepy because of the baby. Had me on my ass all weekend
Yeah.
and on Tuesday.
Dude. My girl made the Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispie fucking weed treats and shit. I tested them the other night and I was unable to assist with anything after about 45 minutes. Like I hadn't eaten nothing all day, so as soon as I ate, it was just like my body's just digesting it immediately.
Are you guys decarbing the tree? Is it decarboxylize
yeah,
or decarboxylate? Oxalize?
All I know is just grind it up a little bit and put it in the oven for a little bit.
I feel like if you
that's all I
say that
know.
enough times right now, it's not even gonna sound like the real word. You ever do that?
Yeah, you
You'd be a
keep
little-
saying the same shit.
And you're like,
it's
man, am I even saying it right? Is that how you mellow?
Dude, that gets me with probably.
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 How is probably the word and
I'm
probably
over here at the library.
how is probably the word and probably flies?
I don't fucking
Probably.
know. But hey, man, as the crow flies out of the crack of my ass, when pigs fly, I'll find out my shit.
When pigs fly,
The
I'll find
fuck?
out my shit.
The fuck you say, Cletus? No. What I'm saying
You can
is,
stick your finger in a girl's butt. No, shit.
well, what I'm trying to tell you, man, and what I'm saying, man, or my personal favorite is, you ever work with somebody, after a while, you keep hearing the same thing come out of their mouth. It's just like, man, I'm telling you. Like, every single time you move something heavy, hey, man, that shit was fucked up. Man, I'm telling you.
Man, I'm telling you.
Come on, man. Like, I know there's another one. You got another one.
When I
That shit was fucked up.
when I started my job, one of the guys, every time we'd like shoot the shit, he'd start telling me about the job. And dude, in one conversation, I feel like fucking just in a 5-minute conversation, I feel like I heard at least 10 times. No, it's what you make it. It's what you make it. It's what you make it.
Well, hey, man, you know what they say. Do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
Well, oh shit. I don't have any fun, twangy sayings for you, buddy.
Well, hey, man.
So I'm just
I
gonna
don't know what to
say,
tell you.
I'm gonna.
What did the 5 fingers say?
I was trying to figure out how I can make this as awkward as possible, dog. I think that did pretty good. I did. Tell it deflated,
Shit.
defeated.
Hey, fool. So, you got any, like, when is the last time you had, like, a super fucking, like, weird-ass neighbor? Like, what's the last time you had a weird-ass neighbor
Are you
experience?
serious?
Dude, I got something for you. I just
Dude,
want
I do
You
too.
gotta go first, though.
All right.
You
All
go
right.
first. I got a couple of good ones.
All right. Second week living in here at this this place when it was new to me.
Anonymous location, by the way. Anonymous Santa Clara,
Oh yeah,
California.
it's right here. That's where we are. It's right here.
Just wait a minute. What time is it right now?
Oh, 2 weeks. About 2 weeks here. My son starts school. He's going to school on a school bus. The school bus picks him up because it's too far. They just walk or take a bus. There's no buses that come here.
Yeah, so.
So school bus picks him up, and the school bus brings him home. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Just kidding.
And then they keep going round and round. Shit, no ashtray.
Oh shit! I'll get you one right now.
So, the wheels on the bus go round and round.
My son gets home. I'm not home yet. I'm at work. So he usually just comes home and chills. Well, this day, I guess some weirdo followed him and some girl who lives in up the street,
Oh, shit.
and they just happened to have the same route home, so they would walk near each other.
That's fucked.
This dude walks with them, and then I guess there's a piece of trash out in front, and the dude points out the trash to my son and says some shit like, you know, you should probably pick that up. And my son's a nice kid, dude. You know, hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. He's cool. He's a nice boy. Helping an old lady cross the street. I'm just kidding. I don't know his kid that well. He's a nice kid, though. He's very polite. Smart like Ricochet. They were talking about a computer system or a software for recording and shit.
Oh, Little Rich
And doing
dude.
video. And you
Hey,
guys started talking about, oh, yeah, there's... Nice.
Hey, Little Rick is the dude. Matter of
Yeah.
fact,
Smart little
This
dude.
episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Little Audio Kitchen, because this little dude is the reason why we know how to use OBS now. Holla. So Little Rick's a good kid, dude. If an adult asks him to do something, he's gonna comply. Well, the dude asked him to pick the shit up, so he picked the shit up and threw it in the dumpster in the back. The dude followed him to the dumpster, and when he threw the trash away, this dude felt the need to tell my son some weird shit, like about being a king or some shit.
Yeah.
And then kissed my son's forehead.
Oh, I'm fucking throwing hands, fool.
Well, naturally you think you're going to throw hands, but I don't want to throw hands on somebody that's going to call the cops on me, dude.
True.
And fuck with my freedom. So, and on top of that, I'm just hearing about it. I was just told, yeah, this guy.
So
blah,
this
blah,
is
blah.
after the fact.
So I'm at work when I hear about this.
Okay.
So I come home. I don't know where to look. I don't know who the fuck the dude is. So I take the next few days off of work. I'm at the bus stop waiting. I'm chilling out here waiting. Just waiting to catch someone. Nothing. Some time goes by. I have a Cito over. And he leaves at like 1 in the morning. And when he's walking outside, there's some racket going on out there. Well, out in the middle of the main street right here, there was this dude walking in the middle of the fucking street, and he was talking to some blonde lady who was walking on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
You could tell she was uncomfortable. She wasn't feeling it. We hear the noise. We hear the talking. We look out there. My kid looks like he saw a ghost. He's like, Dad, that's him. I go, who's him? Who? He's like, that's the guy from that day.
Shit.
Oh, word for show.
Top flight security of the world.
So I go out there and I confront the shit out of him. I'm like, hey, dog, check this out. You don't know me. I don't know you. Stay the fuck away from here. You got no reason to come around here. I don't know if you have kids, but I guarantee you wouldn't want me laying a fucking finger on your kids, let alone my fucking mouth, dog. Do us both a favor. Stay the fuck away.
Exactly.
He was like, hey, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. I could tell you're special. He wasn't all there.
Yeah.
So whatever. Let it, you know, I said my part. Time goes by. Now this motherfucker feels the need to, like, every time. It turns out he's my neighbor.
Great.
And every time he sees me, he feels the need to, like, stop what he's doing and make eye contact with me. And he fucking pisses me off so much, dude. I want to go over there and fucking punch this fool's head right off his shoulders, dog. Straight up. This is the same dude that was talking all that fucking jibber jabber when I got in an accident.
Oh, for real.
This is the same dude who got out and got involved, and I was like, look, motherfucker, get out of here. I don't even fucking, like, he already knows I don't like him. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, dog, before you catch it. He's like, what? What? Nobody tells me shit. What? I'm like, dog, get the fuck out of here. So,
Just not getting the gravity of the situation.
so after all that, well, he's not all there. He's on meds. Well, all this shit happened. I'm at the grocery store, and I see that the cops are fucking with them. Well, not fucking with them. They're on them. They're you know, interacting with them. So I end up
That's fried chicken.
really?
Oh, you get it to work just fine.
No, the gas was all the way down. So after that's all said and done, they let him go. I approached the cops. I'm like, hey, what's the deal with dude? And the cop's like, fucking, what's to you? You know, mind your own business.
Yeah.
I go, hey, I know it's not my business. I go, the reason I ask is because this dude lives somewhere near me, and he had an interaction with my son that made us all uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, tell me more. I go, well, I mean, he didn't fucking put him in danger, but he kissed my kid on the head, on the forehead.
Yeah.
And it, you know, it just was fucking weird. He goes, well, check this out. And the cop was like, dude's name is this. He used to be a cop in Arizona.
Jesus.
And for whatever reason, he's not anymore. But he's this, you know, he's on meds, psych meds, and he's an alcoholic.
Fucking kid kisser.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But ultimately, they're saying they get calls on him a lot. And ultimately, he's just making people uneasy. He's not really he's not threatening anybody. He's not doing anything.
He hasn't done anything yet. So
He's got a lot of people feeling like I do.
No, I get that.
Yeah, and so so it's been what it's been. I've run it since the accident. One day he walked up to me, like when I was in my car, and he like did this shit to me. And I rolled down my window. I was all, look, dude. I was all, look, dog.
Nope.
you know that I don't fucking like you, dude.
Yeah.
So let's just not interact with each other.
That's kind of beyond a fuck you. That's more of a I acknowledge that we both know how we both feel, but I'm still reaching out to let you know.
He always,
fuck
dude.
you.
It's been like that. So,
Fuck you.
dude, the day of the accident,
that shit.
the day of the accident, dude, I wanted to fucking kick his feet out from under him, dude. It's so bad. Just walk right into him and just kick his
Just
feet.
shin click him one time.
No, like
I know it's gonna hurt me
no,
too.
straight
but
for his
fuck 'em.
feet. His straight for his feet to where I walk up and I'm like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. That dude makes me uneasy, but like the cop said, he hasn't done anything really. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
I
Like,
had an experience one time. My
oh
old
yeah,
lady.
tell me about your neighbor. We started with your neighbor, and I'm
Dude,
over here
like,
getting into mine.
Actually, the story I'm about to tell goes hand in hand with what you were just saying.
Sweet. My
Fucking-
neighbor kissed my girl. Just kidding.
Hell no. I was working. My old lady calls me. She's like, parking down, in the cul-de-sac at the corner of my house. She's like, hey, I'm just trying to park, and I was just backing the car up, and I was looking out the back window, and this lady who was sitting on the fucking curb, like there's a little fucking parking garage and shit, like right next to where she was parking. Like it's just a little cutout fucking extra parking, extra storage for the apartment complex across the street. So she's just backing up on this little kitty corner in this cul-de-sac and looks out the window and just happens to make eye contact with this fucking straight up. I call her J. Catherine because that's what I call crazy
J.
bitches.
Catherine?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so she makes eye contact with J. Catherine fucking, and she's a stubby little stout fucking, yeah, straight up J. Catherine just talking crazy, like fucking mumbling to herself the whole fucking, like, anything that moves. Like, she's just staring, like, yelling at it. And every time my old lady, like, was trying to get out of the car, she would, like, try to fucking fake rush the car.
Whoa.
And shit. And my kids are in the car.
So
Both of
everybody's
them.
uncomfortable.
So she calls me, and I'm like, dude,
Your
I'm
game
leaving.
on.
I'm
Your
leaving.
game on.
I'm leaving.
Keep
I'm
her
leaving
there.
right now.
Hold her there. I'm coming.
I left work. I'm like, hey, dude, I told the boss, I gotta go. Like, there's some shit going on. He's like, handle your shit. So I go over. I jam home. Fucking running red lights. Fuck that. Like, I don't. She's just like, there's a crazy person fucking scaring me and the kids right now. And I get there, and it's like this fucking, like, half-toothless, fucking just spun, fucking sun-baked tweaker type.
Hey, she sounds hot.
And yeah. But anyways, I'm stuck in this situation. I'm trying to get my fucking car out. I'm trying to get my kids out. And the whole time, my kids are just like, Dad, no, Dad, come on, come with us, come with us. And every time I turn my back, she's like walking towards us in the car. So I'm stuck between my car and the kids. And I'm like trying to get my old lady to like leave. Hey, go around the corner, because I'm like, real talk, I'm ready to.
Is she
fuck.
scary? Because
She was too much of a risk factor at the time. Like, I don't want to hit no fucking chick, dude.
But I fucking will.
Dude,
But I
it's
will
my
lay
kids,
this
dude.
fucking
Like,
bitch out.
dude, this fucking, she throws a fucking, like, one of them coffee cups, them steel fucking, like a, what is it, the,
Yeti?
yes, a fucking Yeti. She throws a Yeti in a fucking sock. Starts swinging around, flailing and shit. And I'm like, all right.
Damn.
I had them fucking shitty neck fucking band, Bluetooth fucking wired fucking earphones and shit. I'm gonna snatch that Bluetooth off your head, motherfucker. I'm like, bitch, I'm ready to dude. Real talk, it was gonna be American History X shit going down. Like, and I'm like, my kids are right there. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fucking. I shouldn't fucking like engage in this.
If you want
It's a
your
smart
kids
decision.
to
My
see you
old
man
lady's
up on
already
somebody,
called
you
the
don't want it
cops
to be a
3
woman.
fucking times. I ain't fucking. I'm. Dude, if she fucking makes a move though, like, I'm gonna hit her in the throat.
Ground beef.
Just
Ground beef, bitch. Fucking scrambled eggs, bitch.
But real talk, that's my kids though. So of course you're gonna be fucking way more defensive.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I booked it. I didn't even clock out. I'm like, fuck that shit. I punched in the next day and it's like, you've been on the clock for fucking 20 hours, bitch. And I'm like, all right.
All right.
I didn't say shit.
You got it? You got
Yeah.
it? Ooh,
Yep.
I'm I'm telling.
I had a dope ass manager at the time.
That's dope.
Real talk.
Hey,
Shout
dude.
out to unnamed manager.
Hey, dude. One time, when I was in, I was probably 17 years old. I was 16 or 17, dude. I remember because I was on probation, and I was hella spooked that I was gonna get in trouble for this. I was on the bus, dude, and there was some homeless dude. Fuck, I'm trying to set this story up the best way.
It was the month of May.
No, I'm on the bus.
The stars were shining.
You remember when we'd always ride in the back then?
Yeah.
So
of course.
I was in the back of the bus.
Unless there was that one crazy looking homeless dude stretched out across the whole back.
Well, it's funny you say that. So I'm in the back of the bus, and it's me and this blonde lady. And she's an attractive lady, but she's not and she's deaf.
Oh, shit.
She has hearing aids.
What was that actress lady? The fucking, what was it? Hear No Evil?
I forgot her name.
Marnie Williams?
I don't know her name. Marley?
Marley Madsen?
I think so. I think that's it.
Well,
the deaf lady. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
911, I need to go.
I love you, Kyle.
Yeah. So, fuck, what was I saying? Deaf lady. Attractive deaf lady on the back of the bus. So I'm on the back of the bus. It's me and this deaf lady. I don't give a fuck about the deaf lady. She ain't none of my business. I'm on my way to go do some other shit. So I'm riding on the bus over near the cemetery over in, on Bellamy and Winchester. Dude, some homeless cat jumps on the bus, doesn't pay, and just walks on. And the bus driver, I guess, is just like, fuck it. I'm not going to deal with this right now. I kept pushing. Let him on. Dude, the dude sat next to the deaf chick and started putting his hands on her legs, dude. Or his hand on her legs and like rubbing up her leg. And I saw him, he was rubbing up close, dude. I'm 17, dog. I'm an aggressive teenager. I'm like, ooh, fuck yes. so I'm already here. I'm already over in my head, setting the terms. I'm setting the threshold. Like, oh, as soon as he does this, I'm getting him. And I just let it go. I let it go. Not even thinking about probation. And
just think about throwing them hands.
And she's telling him, please stop. And he's getting closer to her. And he like grabbed her jacket and pulled her towards him. And he was like talking to her in her face. It made me uncomfortable. And I remember just jumping up on the fucking... Dude, remember the buses had a rail?
Yup.
Dude, I just grabbed the fucking rail and just fucking kicked the fucking shit out of this dude, dog. And
yes.
So nobody knew what was happening except for like a couple of people that were
Just
within
looked like you guys hit a bump.
No.
Slipped.
So the bus driver just thought I just took off on this homeless dude. So the bus driver stops. I'm like, look, this motherfucker's harassing this girl. And then she's like, yeah, he directed me. And so she said it, dog. How she said it, fool. And and so fucking the fucking bus driver locks the bus doors and doesn't let anybody out. The dude's trying to get out. He's not letting him out. He's like, nope. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? Let this motherfucker go.
No, we're stuck here with this motherfucker.
What if he's ready to fight now and I can't take him? Like, I had a shot because I was above him. I was on top. But
like, at least when he ran, I had a chance.
I'm like, yo, open the door. Let him out. I ain't scared.
Come on, man.
No, but so the bus driver's not letting him out, and the dude's trying to get out bad. He's trying hard.
All he's seeing is
Do
handcuffs and
you
shit.
remember those bus stops? Remember when the buses used to be able to hit this thing and it'll open the window more for the escape?
Oh yeah. You
could
could
hit this
bust
little-
out that little centerpiece.
Yeah, you just hit this little push it and it would
Yep.
open further.
If you had an Allen wrench on some of them, you had to use the Allen
Well,
wrench.
that
to
was
pop
when
them out.
they ended up putting something there, but it used to be for safety to where you pushed it and you could slide it out more. But what was I saying? Oh,
Yeah, so you bust that piece out and then
So,
you could open the window
Dude, I was
more.
looking right at that part of the window and I'm like, I fast forwarded too far. So the dude's trying to jump out the window of the bus.
Yeah.
He's trying to get out the window. And he's at the back window and he's trying to squeeze his body out of the smallest opening. Dude, it's just not fucking happening.
Yeah.
And he goes up to the front of the bus, goes up onto the bus driver. He's open the fucking door. Let me out. The bus driver's like, not budging, dog. He's like,
Sorry,
nope.
bro.
No, the bus driver's not even saying anything.
He's just like,
He's just like this. Just staring at him, dog. No, he's staring at him.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
no, he's not doing this shit.
So
The
he's
dude's
just-
like, get fucking open the door. Let me out. And the dude's like this. Just staring, right? So he runs back to the back of the bus, and I think he's coming at me. So I'm like, okay. And he goes straight for the window. Opens up the window. Lewis trying. Dude, I'm looking right at that latch, and I'm like, man, I'm about to hit this latch for him and get him out of here. What the fuck, dude?
Hell yeah.
He's struggling, dude. He's not
I just want this to be over too.
Dude, he gets himself out of that little ass opening. Oh, man. The bus is not low.
Yeah.
He falls out, not able to put his feet under him in time. And then as soon as he falls, dude, I hear, fucking UPS truck, dog. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't hear none of that. So I'm like, okay, he didn't get hit. And then I see him get up. I see him get up and run into the cemetery. The bus driver's like, all right, well, we're going to be here for a minute, guys, till the cops come. So the cops come.
Like, damn it.
I had a weed pipe in my pocket. I had an eighth of brown weed in my pocket.
Like, God damn it. This motherfucker pulls is going to get me caught up.
And the dude asked me to stick around. That bus driver asked me to stick around. So,
God damn it.
okay.
You were the loudest one on the bus. That's why.
Dude, and the
Got caught
deaf
slipping.
lady, she's all, thank you. I was all,
Thank you.
Yeah, she's all, thank you.
She got a brick of cocaine shoved up her ass.
Oh, dude, but that bitch. Yeah, right? She was on the biggest fucking smuggle of all.
She's like, I got away.
Yeah, dude, that really happened.
Dude, that's fucked.
I think I told you about the time me and Joseph Citizens arrested somebody.
For real?
For real, dude.
Like, out in the wild.
Like, remember when I lived on Homestead in Marianne?
Yes.
So I'm chilling at home, minding my business, watching TV or playing Call of Duty or something, and I hear Michelle go, Rick, I think Joseph's having some trouble outside with these guys. You should probably go help him. And I go outside. It's one guy, and Joseph's fucking trying to put the dude in handcuffs, and the dude's not having it. And I go run out over there. I go, what the fuck's going on? Joseph's on top of this dude on his back. The dude's on his belly, and Joseph's on his back. He goes, I go, Joe, what's going on, dog? The dude looks up at me. Not Joe, the dude. He's like, oh, Ricochet, help me out, dog. How the fuck you know my name, fool? How do you know me?
I don't know you at all, sir.
He goes, he's on Boofa's homie. Well, a week before that had happened, I just caught Boof up in my apartment trying to steal weed, dog. So
shit.
I took his shoes from him and made him leave without shoes. And so...
You just met the dude he stole the shoes from.
And Joseph's my neighbor. And so Joseph knows about the whole thing, him trying to break into my crib and me catching him and keeping his shoes.
Yeah. Yes,
the
sir.
dude's like, he's all, Ricochet, what's up? Help me out, dog. I go, how the fuck you know who I am?
What?
He's all, I'm Boofa's homie. Joseph's all, wrong name, fool. Grab his fucking arm, dog. Got him. And then tells me.
Duking.
And then he tells me, he's all, Rick, put these cuffs on him. I go, dog, you're the one with the guard card, fool. I'll hold him while you put the cuffs on him, fool. He's all, I'm already holding him. Just put the cuffs on, dog. Don't trip. So I put handcuffs on the dude thinking, man, this is kidnapping, dog, or something or whatever, you know? So I put the handcuffs on him. And as soon as I close the cuffs, the fucking cops roll up.
Damn. Kidnapping charge.
Dude, I jump up, hands up in the air.
I'm just doing my job, dog.
No, I told the cop, we're the good guys. We're the good guys.
We called you, bro.
We're helping. And the cop knew. They're like, no, the neighbors told us that it was two big guys trying to get this guy, and he was the problem. So they knew. Yeah. Well, one of the cops goes, all right, well, cuff him. And Joe goes, Joe's a fucking giant. And just all nice. He's like, oh, I heard he did. And fucking, the cop looks at the dude in cuffs, and she goes, you got a guard card? He's like, yeah, I got it right here. And he shows it to her. He's got a big old fucking cop flashlight with him and shit.
Nice.
And she goes,
what the fuck?
Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah, we citizens arrested that dude. Turns out that dude, Joseph, caught him putting hands on his girl. That's why it all started. Turns out they were him and her both got in trouble because, or maybe she didn't, but there was more trouble than originally there was supposed to be because she had a restraining order on him. And they're together. Yeah.
Bad mix.
Yeah.
Hey, when I was working LP, I caught the chick who was on the San Jose episode of Cops.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you talking about that.
And real talk, I wouldn't have caught her slipping. She fucked up when she walked in. Like, she didn't look suspicious at all. Like, but when she walked in, she looked like somebody like I would have gone to school with. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like her hairstyle is just like she was stuck in like the weird like early 2000s and shit.
She's all rocking fucking Lisa Frank
Just
stationary.
a little short-haired little number.
Fucking slap-on bracelets.
But she just had like this look
She had
on
a
her
Swatch
face. Like,
watch.
I've fucking seen this chick before. Like, I've seen her before. I've seen her.
Naked?
No, maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Ideally, but of course the brain that never happened.
Yeah.
No, of course not. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Could
I hope you don't get it.
But no, so anyways, she comes in and like at first it's normal shopping. I'm watching two other people. I was a loss prevention officer for an unnamed fucking department store that doesn't rhyme with.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Are those your sponsors?
Which sponsors?
Corona Extra, Jim Beam, and Nas? To get that fucking shit over here.
I'm like, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
Not in
He
my
would do it.
Not in my living room. I wouldn't.
No, sir.
Not in 2021. Maybe 2005.
Maybe.
Indubitably
Yeah,
2005.
I forget what I was talking about.
The police or the cops episode where you busted
Oh
the
yes,
chick.
yes. So she comes in the store, and I'm watching a couple other people at the same time, but she just kind of starts grabbing shit a little too quick. She's just kind of bouncing from this side of the store to this side of the store, and she's not really paying enough attention. And my partner, or my trainer, the dude who got me the job, I'm just kind of following his little guideline, and he's coming back from lunch, and I've been following her for a cool minute. We got this new supervisor. He's this kind of weird dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's got his own, like, way of doing shit. He's like a part-time football coach, and he's kind of like loudmouthy. He's his brother.
And this is security?
Yeah, you interviewed with him.
He's got a whistle. The black dude?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I ain't trying to put his name out there, but
I'll tell you his name. I remember it. Just kidding, I don't. I do remember when I went and interviewed for that job.
that was interesting. But
You guys ended up hiring a chick
we got stuck.
because
in
the person doing the
situation.
interviewing at that time was trying to poke on. He thought he had a chance. And wasn't it that curly hair dude?
No. It was the guy you interviewed with.
Okay. The curly hair dude.
No, that was the guy.
He's a
was
family member of your family members or some shit?
my ex's family member. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's that. Who's your ex? Doesn't matter. Does not this conversation.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, because I only know
so
you
the
to be
dude
with
got me
her,
the
this
job.
girl forever.
Anyways,
No,
we
let's talk
gave you
more
the
about your
basic
personal
interview,
life,
and we
dog.
wanted you in on it like right away because we're like, hey man,
Oh.
dirty recognized dirty. You know
What I was gonna say is, I remember in the interview seeing you guys like doing work, and you guys were radioing in like the cops lingo,
yeah, it's like ninjas and shit.
BMA.
Hey, we got a WMA going into the ladies' lingerie department. He was grabbing his dick pretty hard. You might want to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Zulu, you copy.
Zulu?
Zulu.
That's what you call them, Zulu?
No.
Oh shit, that's
Hell
that's
no.
a black ass name, fool.
That's how you get fucking fired, fool.
Fuck yeah, you just go Zulu?
No.
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 What else?
But no, we would call shit out. But anyways, back to weird ass fucking neighbor shit, dude. So you got some weird ass neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I have.
In fact, I used to be the weird ass neighbors.
I know for sure. But I got something for you. We have
Give it to me.
We have a nightly visitor. I can't say bi-nightly. I don't know what you would call 3 nights out of the
What
week.
you guys like?
What would you call
guys
3
and
nights
girls?
out of the week? An annual visitor?
What's bi-nightly? Like, you guys both guys and girls?
I got a fucking individual who comes by my house at least 3 times a week. Just, he either jiggles the door handle and lets himself in, or he'll fucking half-ass knock and shoulder the door in.
Friend, family, neighbor?
Next door neighbor. Yeah,
Does he do this because he think you guys are cool?
no, he does this because I don't think he understands boundaries. He's what I would call Special Fred,
Okay.
but he's an autistic adult.
Uh-huh. And he be coming to chill with you guys because you're nice to him.
I'm always nice to him. We're always like, hey Tyler, how you doing? But this dude is like 6'4".
Fuck yeah. Big
And
old shoulder
he comes
at your
to my door, like
Bah.
he opens the door, and
So hi guys.
not even he doesn't even say words like that. Like he doesn't communicate like that, unless it's something that he knows for sure. Like if it's like ice cream or candy.
Does he
But,
have a caretaker?
He's got several, but he manages to slip out like in between shifts or some shit.
Oh, I'll go-
There's like this rollover period where he doesn't have anybody with him, and that's when he comes through. So here's what's up.
Find out when shift changes and
Goes
lock
back,
out.
goes back about 4 months. First time it happens, hear the door, the fucking handle jiggle. Door opens. I'm washing
That's
my
the
kid.
noise?
I'm washing my kid.
And this is
I'm
this
not-
is before you
I'm
have
not
this
even-
is your
I'm not
This is
exaggerating.
your introduction to him?
No, I've seen him before, but this is the first time he pulled this shit. It was about 4 months back.
Uh-huh.
So I'm washing my kid, and I'm, in the bathtub. Wash his hair out.
What the fuck
Hear the
was this
door.
right now, fool?
What? Dump in the water,
fuck was
bitch.
that?
Dumping the water out on
You said
washing up
washing
the shampoo,
washing my
motherfucker.
kid's hair.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What, you never used a pitcher?
Dude, I don't take showers, dog. We don't bathe here.
You ain't had to worry about fucking making sure your kids are taking baths proper and shit
Dude,
for
fucking-
a minute. Hadouken!
My kid's in the shower right now.
All right.
So back to
Yeah, all right. So we wash my kid. Fucking door opens. You hear it creak. And you hear just... "Eh."
that's creepy.
And my son, my other kid, he's playing his video game. So I just think, like, it's him just like, "Oh, you fucking got me" on the video
Yeah,
game or
yeah.
some shit, And it just, like, it keeps getting too deep. Like, the sound is getting deeper. Like, wait a minute.
What are
All
you
right,
doing?
so
You're washing your kid?
I'm drying them off, and then it
comes
like
up over your
it
shoulders,
gets
all
too deep, and then I hear the door creak. You know what I mean? The front door. And I'm like, wait a fucking minute, and then I hear my dog's fucking leash. And it's like he didn't have the leash on him and shit. So like you have to have your hand in the door to rattle the leash. Like we have shit in the door to make noise. We live downtown. You gotta have shit like some kind of warning. But I'm like, all right, that shit don't line up. So I get out, and there's a 6.5 foot tall fucking retard in my fucking door, looking at me like, candy.
Fuck.
I want
dude.
candy. Snickers.
Damn, for real?
Snickers.
Did you talk to his caregivers at all about this?
Yes.
And-
it's come up several times. I'm like, the first time it happened, I wait for the first caretaker. I'm like, hey, this homeboy just walked in. Like he jiggled the shit and then he let himself in, and luckily he didn't like really cross the threshold, but he was half in, half out.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point now where he lets himself into like our little laundry area when you walk into our apartment. It's not very far. It's only like 4 steps, but dude, that's
He's in
my
your
fucking
shit.
house. I don't know your intentions.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going through your mind, but here's the fucked up part. So he would do that, right? He would come to the door. He'd fucking open the door, and it would happen like 2 times, like once a week for a little while, and then it turned to 2 times a week, 3 times a week, and now we're fucking at this like 3 to 4 times a week where it keeps happening.
But you're pretty hip to it, so the door's mostly locked, so you just hear him trying.
Exactly.
Does
So
he
we
knock
listen,
after?
and even our kids, like they're at the point now, like my youngest, like he hears the door rattle, he's like, "No candy."
Yeah.
I'm like, it shouldn't be getting like that.
Yeah.
But it's fucking like, what do you do?
Leave a
in
candy
that
bar outside the
situation?
door.
Yeah, well,
leave a
even
piece of
then,
candy outside
so
the door.
Here's what happens. So
He's not supposed
He's
to have the candy.
exactly, he is not supposed to have the candy. the caretakers came over to our place, knocked on the door, and started asking my old lady, "Hey, is he coming over here asking for candy?" And
Yeah,
like,
motherfucker.
dude, he's fucking knocking the door in.
Yeah,
like,
fucking put some
helping
handcuffs
himself.
on that motherfucker.
Like, right
Lock
now,
him
what
in the
he's trying to
fucking
do,
basement.
like,
Get a
he
cage.
comes to the door. He asks for candy. He sees my kid's little fucking table with like kinetic sand and shit, because he's like all about fucking textures and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's like,
He goes into a pile of
and
sand.
he
He's on
sees that.
candy.
He's like, "I want that." And
I want that.
he's
He
like,
takes
"I
it and
get
goes.
you, bro, but that's for the baby. You gotta get the fuck on out of here." Like,
And
can't help you.
it's tricky too
and
because
he's a fucking giant, and it's like at any time he could fucking like come at me like I am Groot and just fucking take my fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? It's
that's when you fucking bite his ass,
I mean,
dog.
no, like if
bite you
anything, I'm gonna
back.
go fucking off like WWE, some old school Jeff Hardy shit, and just like.
Fucking bite him in the
Drop kick
nuts,
him and-
fool.
But I don't want to be that guy who fucking drop kicked his fucking mentally.
No, for
challenged
sure.
neighbor through
That's how I
fucking
feel
other
about my
neighbor's
neighbor.
wall.
Yeah. That's how I feel about my neighbor. I don't want to be the one putting hands on him.
And that's just one neighbor, dog.
What? You got more of this? Is it your complex?
Dude, where I live, like I live in like a hub.
Of
Like
special
I
needs
live
places?
right behind. I live just far enough behind the fucking Shark Tank to be tainted by the Shark Tank, but not close enough to where I am of the taint. I think it
Of the taint.
it's crazy. Have you? When's the last time you drove by the airport off of Coleman and
Every day.
heading?
Every day.
Yeah. So you seen that encampment area?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I live right and I left from there, coming from 880.
Yeah, I work on the same street you live on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, dude. And
But yeah, so you've seen the encampment, and
There-
every morning I drive through there, it smells like a fucking pallet fire. It's just like reclaimed wood. There's some glue in there. They're fucking.
yeah, you know what's crazy is the
It's
cops.
all bad
the
over
cops
there.
patrol that
It's like
shit.
the Jungle Part 2.
Yeah, the cops
and
patrol that
3/4
shit.
And a 15th.
And when I drive, sometimes I'll park over there during my lunch on work, just to. I leave my job sometimes on my lunches,
Yeah.
and I'll just to chill and shit. And
Get a little time away.
yeah, and
I
I'll
miss
do it.
having that.
And I'll do it over there because I know there's no one's gonna approach my shit. You know what I mean? I'm just cool. So I'll be parked over there, but I see that they got cops over there. Just they almost got like a little mini fucking substation within that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. There was like 3 or 4 SUVs parked there. They got a camper there.
Just hiding out.
Yeah,
Dude,
not
I
hiding
used
out.
to-
They're just there patrolling shit.
I used to work with this dude, and it was like carpentry apprentice. I was a carpentry apprentice.
Say it
whatever the fuck
again.
you call it.
Say it again.
I was a grunt. I was a carpentry apprentice. Apprentice. And so I would basically just schlep shit. But when we were working for this dude, like we'd eat a fat lunch if like we knocked out a big part of whatever the project was, like putting up this big old fucking weird round on the deck.
Put a round on a dick. Just fucking around on my dick.
Oh no, you fucking build a deck around a pool, some custom shit.
How many times am I gonna knock this table?
But this dude was like, "All right, man. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make a phone call real quick."
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make a drink real quick. But I'm still listening, so keep talking.
But yeah. By the way, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Anchor and Stitches and Riches.
Oh, is it over?
No, not at all. Just no. I'm still good. But no, I work with this dude, and we would have like a fat ass lunch and shit. But we would bust ass like we would have to lift like, you know, a shitload of bags of 100-pound bags of concrete. Back when they used to do like the 90-pound, 100-pound bags of concrete. Not a lot of people do remember that anymore, but it used to be the standard. It was like 90 pounds. Now it's about 60. You get it for 60, 70 pounds.
Why? Because people are pussy?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I could come up with. A lot of people are pussies. But, anywho's. So, as far as crazy neighbors and shit, when we moved into the place we're living now, my oldest son, he had this natural fear of like scary shit like witches and goblins and monsters and fucking booty hole bandits or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what I'm talking about other than what he said. He said booty hole bandits. That's a direct quote from my 6-year-old at the time. So, trying to help this kid get over his fears, and he starts telling me all kinds of crazy stuff about our weird neighbors. I'm like, okay, granted, I know we got some weird ass neighbors. You can't move anywhere and not have some weird ass neighbors. The place I used to live, the place I like to call home in my memories, like, was my grandma's house when I was a kid. Like, that was the spot. That's where all his cousins got together. Like, every major holiday, like, that was the center hub for all of us to get together. So, like, that's my shit. But even then, we had some fucking sketchy ass neighbors over there. Yes, Aunt Beezy. Yes, sir, one of them. But anyways, back to where I'm living now. Like, I got my own set of weird kind of, oddball neighbors. Like I said, I got the special neighbor next door who likes to let himself in and ask for candy and fucking kinetic sand and salami sometimes. He's just like, all right, I don't know what to do. Like, you just kind of move forward and adapt, I guess. But my kid's just like at the point now when he lets himself in, like, hey, bro, like, we can't help you. We ain't got no chips. We ain't got no candy. But his caretakers came over finally, and they had said, hey, does he come over here like asking for candy and shit? Does he like try to like? What does he try to do when he comes over to your house? Like,
is he over here doing the most?
He's just asking for like cookies and sweets and stuff. I'm like, yeah, he comes in and like he always wants like chocolate and Snickers and shit like that, specifically Snickers. He's like, yeah, but you can't give him chocolate.
Like, you can't let his ass out, motherfucker.
He's like, yeah, well, I would appreciate if you guys would have let us known that, because he kind of lets himself in and does what he wants. He's like, oh yeah, he just does that.
Okay, well, tell you what, I just
bro,
give visitors candy bars.
Zombie apocalypse. That's one dead Corky, is what I'm saying. Real talk. I hate to say it.
Why
life goes on.
Why Corky, dog?
Oh shit. Sorry.
I wonder how many people get that reference and how many people don't.
Not a lot. Sorry, sir.
Hey, so we had discussed a segment for your podcast, didn't we?
What the flunk?
What? That's right. You know what? Hey, I've discussed segments with people, and I don't remember what. Dude, I forgot them as soon as we stopped talking about it. Yep. So I'm glad you reminded me of what it was called, because I forgot. I was about to name something else, but that's somebody else's thing.
Hey, I'm here to be somewhat professional. I'm just going off the seat of my notes here. Keep that fucking lighter away from my fucking thing.
Oh,
here.
This is your lighter.
Oh shit.
I don't even use those.
That is my lighter. Damn.
It don't even feel like my lighter. You know that joke, like, oh, it feels just like mine.
So I came up with a line. I thought it was funny. Maybe you could tell me if it's funny or not.
Tell me.
Let's call this. Let's make a stand-up line anybody can use. Just give it away. But so
I don't follow. I'm lost.
All right. It's like, say we come up with something that I personally think is funny, like just a joke, like a one-liner.
Okay.
Just a throwaway. Just put it out there. It doesn't have to fucking... I'm not trying to get paid for it. It's not that good.
Okay.
But I came up with something. I thought it was funny as a line. You can tell me if it is or it isn't. Have you ever seen a girl who was so fine, she made you want to go home and start a fight with your old lady?
No.
Not funny. I thought it was funny. I've been fucking using that shit at work, like testing it, like throwing the bait out. Man, you see that girl on the delivery?
No, I see it. I can hear it working. I just wasn't ready for it. It's not. It's a different atmosphere. If we were like at work in the break room,
You gotta build up to it. I think.
where we weren't allowed.
See, I'm learning some shit right now. That's what this is about too.
Do you need to learn how to write, Neater?
I do. All right, so back again to weird neighbors. So,
How many fucking weird neighbors you got,
dude,
dude?
I live downtown is fucking constant. You know who I bumped into a year ago? It's been a year now. Year and a half ago now.
Who?
Beavis.
Over there?
Yeah.
He's one of your weird neighbors.
He's a personality around there, but we'll just refer to him how I knew him was Powerhouse. Fucking Powerhouse. That's not how you say it. Powerhouse. But
Fucking Power Casa.
Power Casa, master of the massa.
Masa at the masa.
But no, so last
Do you
time
see him
I saw
regularly? Like you talk with him?
I saw him for a few weeks straight.
You kick it? There's no kicking it with him?
No, you can't kick it with him.
Talk to him?
Yeah, I
Does
talked
he
to him
talk
for
back?
a minute. Yeah, he's responsive. Like the first time I saw him, I'm like, I know that fucking guy. Like I even turned the car around, like I did a double take. Murph. You know, call him by his last. And like he just kind of kept walking, like he turned his head, but then he just kept going. And then I seen him again, like a week or two later. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't know if you remember seeing me. Like he just happened to be fucking posted up at the corner where
you can interact?
yeah, because like that's the hub over there by 880, that liquor store. 880 in Taylor.
Damn, he's that close to you?
Yeah, well, it was. But I seen him over there, and he was just like, he been out too long and shit. Like, you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the fucking skin. Like, he had that funk about him. You know what I mean? It's just like, he had spent a little too many summers outside. And that shit is not good on the fucking psychological part. Very, very scary. But
Well, fuck him. Just kidding. Just kidding.
no, it's just sad, you know, because I knew him when he wasn't like that. But
So no more neighbors.
other than
No
that
more.
shit.
No more weird neighbor talk because
yeah,
that's all you get. That's fucking crazy talk.
that was just a bit.
Y'all, this other neighbor.
I got
My
got
brother.
crack houses. I got what is this?
Let's say titties.
90-year-old titties.
Who's got 90-year-old titties?
Dude, that came up today at work. It was the weirdest shit. It was a little ADM, you know, assistant manager meeting at work.
And somebody had 90-year-old
And
titties.
somebody's like, man, that's just awful. Like that doesn't sound at all appealing. Talking about the budget for like the week and shit. That is not at all appealing. It's like that sounds worse than a set of 90-year-old titties. And one of the other assistant managers who, I don't know, he's kind of weird in general, but he's just like, that sounds like a good time to me.
90-year-old
At
titties sounds like a
90-year-old
good time.
titties. And so one of the people in the meeting couldn't let it go, and it just kept coming up like in conversation. Like I was bullshitting with somebody else, and he'd be like, "Hey man, 90-year-old titties, man." And,
Hey man, 90-year-old titties, fool.
hey, so check it out, man. If you don't get more than 15%, hey bro, 90-year-old titties.
That's fucking weird. You work with weirdos.
Yep. Hey fool. So what do you think about getting canceled?
Me? If I got canceled?
Dude, if I got canceled, like, how do you cancel somebody who ain't even started? Like, I barely have a Facebook. I only have Facebook memories. I ain't even been like that on there.
Canceled, like removed?
Yeah, well, yeah, like, hey, you know what? I don't like you or something that you did.
Like
I
cancel
mean,
culture
usually,
canceled?
like, when you hear about it, it's like, the motherfuckers deserve it from the sounds of it. Like that Harvey Weinstein shit, like, Come on, man. Like, you know that shit have been happening for a cool minute. Like, all of a sudden it's new.
Yeah, no.
Come on, man. That shit's been going back since the days of
Shit.
Claymation when they started, when
Oprah
King
knows-
Kong got fucking
Oprah knows about it.
Groped that fucking blonde broad and fucking took her up the tree, the building. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's like, I have an unpopular opinion about it, and I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but like I feel like at the time there's an understanding when you take a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have to build a house, it doesn't matter if I'm the electrician. It doesn't matter if I'm the laborer, if I'm the guy who's schlepping all the materials, getting them to and from, putting them up, and the fucking guy with the fucking certification is literally standing around just talking to the delivery guys like, hey, put this over here. And all he's doing is like, hey, bitch, put this here, put this here. It's like, I'm the guy building the fucking house. But at the same time, if you're going to keep going, I fucking totally lost my train of thought.
You know, it's funny you say that because right before you said that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm on my second one of these, dog. And
Yeah,
so
that was a little...
I don't think I was
solid.
there. I was there for the first part. I think I may have hopped off for the middle and then hopped back on towards the end. I don't know where
I
I'm
think
at.
we started with 90-year-old titties.
We did start with 90-year-old
So we
titties.
started with 90-year-old
Rick, what's your
titties.
take on 90-year-old titties? Sound like a good time? No, right?
That's a solid no from the
Sounds like
the
a
next generation.
wrinkly raisin time.
I can't
Sounds like
disagree.
a wrinkled, raisiny, veiny good time.
Oh yeah, getting canceled.
Getting canceled.
Getting canceled. But could you imagine like being like, say you had a fucking minor possession, like you weren't a politician or anything, but like you owned the best fucking taco fucking
like say
truck
I started a
industry in the fucking
podcast
hood.
that was just about to blow up or something,
Yep.
and then someone comes in and goes, "Ew."
But you made some kind of joke like Sam Kinison at one time, like back in the early 2000s, and it pops up YouTube, Facebook type memory shit. Hey, Ricochet, you remember this?
Hey,
I got some embarrassing shit on there.
you know for a fact that
I know for a fact
I had
got some
I had an
embarrassing shit.
idea that if shared out loud would possibly get me canceled.
Oh well, I'm not.
Remember the
trying
crazy?
to-
Remember
I
the
don't want
crazy?
nobody
No,
getting
I know,
canceled.
but do you remember the crazy band names that we would come up with?
Yes.
just for fun.
Oh, dude, for sure. Yeah, there was a couple of good ones. There was two of them that stuff.
The best one that I felt was a keeper was 70s porn elevator.
Oh yes, for sure. Hands down.
70s porn
That-
elevator.
That was the most original one because it was literally a piece of everything that we had around.
Do you remember how it came up? It had nothing to do with what was around. Some music came on, and you're like, what the fuck? This is some fucking 70s porn elevator fucking. I was like, sick band name, fool. And that's when I came up with the offensive one.
I must have been so high.
An
'Cause it
all-white
was.
band that sings all black power music.
Oh yes. I'm not gonna say the band name.
We'll just say that the band name was Brother Lover. We'll just say that.
Oh my god.
All good intentions, don't cancel us. Me. It was my idea, not his. I was alone. He was there, but I was alone. But he was there.
Hey fool.
What, fool?
What's the fucking dopest thing you ever told your old lady? What's like the coolest thing you ever told her?
The
Like
coolest
it doesn't
thing?
have to be personal. You ain't gotta fucking like, tell me that. But what's like
Coolest, like flyest?
Yeah,
like that
like
made me feel like
that,
dope?
that one when you that line you said that one time, like even after you guys been together, but that one line where you're just like, yeah, that's right, baby. You know, get the punchline in.
Shit. I mean, fucking, man, every other line is that line, dog. Nah, I ain't that cool. I don't know, dude. The coolest shit, like the flyest shit. You know what it is? You know, the fly shit. So sometimes I'll tell
Stumped them.
sometimes I'll tell stories about when I was younger, and it's like some troublemaker ass shit.
I try to do that with my kids.
I'll talk about it, and then I'll fucking look over at my girl. I'll see
my teeth.
I'll see her fucking her eyes all lit up. She's like, this motherfucker. That's the dude. So it's just not so much any one specific line that I drop, but like sometimes I'll be telling certain stories, or she'll see certain parts of my personality that aren't always here with me, but they're there.
You know what I mean? Like
I'll certain shit, and then
you got the representative on,
and then she's like,
on task.
Okay, dog. Yeah. So it's not so much the shit that I say; it's more the reaction I get from her.
Yeah, that always makes it a little more.
Holla.
Makes it a little more comfortable. It's good to have a good support system with a lady like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what?
Just having somebody who's just like, you know what? You might be fucking acting like a jackass. At least I know where you're at, and you're not doing anything stupid. So
hey,
go ahead.
Sometimes
go ahead, do your little show.
Hey, sometimes when I'm I know some fly shit. Just the other day, she hit me with a unexpected bill for like $300 or almost $300.
Oh shit.
She's like, yeah, I didn't expect this, but this costs this much. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Then I was like, all right, cool. So right away, I hit her back with, what's up? Can I sell you the money? She's like, yeah. Boom. I sent it. Basically, I like flexing when bills are paid. That's when I flex. That's when I'm feeling myself. All the shit's paid and the credit card's paid off.
It's house money,
zero.
bitch.
It's all good.
Nice. No, I always dug that though. Being able to just kind of, all right, I got you covered. But hey, so what happened like before, when you found out that you were having another kid? Like, what does she do? Because I'll tell you what my old lady did.
Talking your mic, bro.
All right.
Well, we've been away from the mic for a minute.
Oh,
That's right.
Hadouken.
For the upload, I'll compress your audio.
All right. Yeah, I gotta figure out this whole mic thing. But when my old lady found out that she was pregnant with our youngest, she did the same. Well, she did the same thing that she did with both our kids. She made me breakfast, which was always kind of weird because it was.
She's like, my girl
normally,
hates me.
like when on my days off, like I like to sleep in. Like she would let me sleep in until like 10 o'clock sometimes, which is cool. But she like every time with the kids, like she would insist on me eating breakfast before she left. And then she'd dip out, and she'd come back like 3 hours after dark. She'd have like a beer. Or a beer and like a fucking half pint and a blunt or a joint.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, like she would come bearing too many gifts.
Too many?
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, this shit comes with strings here. I'm like, I love this bitch. It's like the first time I'm like, all right, hey, cool. Dude, what'd I do? And like we had already had a couple of things that happened once or twice before. But when she showed up this time, I was like, okay, all right. And then she's like super nice. And she's like, hey, so you feeling good? Yeah, I feel pretty good. Yeah.
You
thanks,
ready?
Baby. Thanks. So I'm like, yeah, what's up? Anybody with a brain knows what the fuck I'm about to say. Hey, stupid, I'm pregnant, and, it's healthy, and I'm gonna keep it, and you better get a fucking job.
Damn, that was the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one, and the second one, it was pretty much the same thing without the whole, you better get a job. It was more like, you better stop drinking so much and keep a job.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, all right, well, hey, I'll do better, and I worked fucking 16-hour days for like 2.5 years. And I did not go crazy or kill myself or lose my mind at all. I just started thinking about doing podcasts and telling stories and shit with Matt.
Adrenaline Flunky.
The Adrenaline Flunky.
With Matt.
Yes. All right. So, how much time we got left?
You know, I was just about to say, this would be a good time to end it.
Would it?
Well, I mean, as much as I would like to keep going, I don't want to take up too much time. I think we're just past an hour.
Yeah.
Hey, this episode, you know what? This is your podcast. I'm going to shut up.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Anchor and Stitches and Riches
And 12-pack media.
and Speedy Skunk.
Who's that?
Oh, that's a car shop in San Jose. They do auto restorations. They pretty much do anything. Just show up. They're over on 10th Alma Street, or 10 Alma, and no, Alma and 10th Street. Excuse me. But yeah, Speedy Skunk or Skunk Works. That's their other name. You can find them under both names. Ask for Robert. He is super helpful. He'll fucks with you.
Fuck yeah. Fucks with Robert at Speedy Skunk. Skunk Works.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the fuck out of you. How much time we got?
You got something to say, or do it?
Dude, I got a couple of things.
Oh, you ain't done?
Yeah.
Fucking Mr. No Limit
That's
Soldier.
cool. Has your dick ever betrayed you?
My dick?
Yeah, you ever been betrayed by your dick?
Like
you
how?
made a super bad decision because of your dick. Like it was a dick decision. Like, man, that bitch is fine.
Many
Or, man,
times.
like,
Many
Your
times. Did you
dick's
say
like,
our men?
That car is fucking dope as fuck. Like I need that. And then you just fucking let you sign yourself up for a bad lease, and you fucking basically bent yourself over. Or
No, not so much, but
you ever got in trouble because of a whip?
gotten in trouble because of the whip?
Yeah.
Like how? Like because it
Like,
'Cause
maybe it was.
had windows too dark tinted or something like that?
Well, yeah, you got pulled over and you got caught slipping with something that actually wasn't yours. Maybe.
No.
I think I'm fishing for hypotheticals. I might be pushing.
I don't know, but I don't know if you remember that one time that we drove up through the hills and shit, and we were driving back.
What, VOM?
Yeah, we were doing the VOM thing, and we were driving back. It was me, you, and Spanky,
Oh shit.
and we got close to a cop. Maybe it was Chris that was with us, and not you, or maybe it was all of us. But we got near a cop, and the cop was on us.
Yeah.
I pulled over.
No, it was a car full of guilty motherfuckers.
And he U-turned and he came by us again. He was making eye contact.
Yep.
And I felt the need to beat him to the punch as far as interaction. And so I rolled down my window and asked him to roll his window down. And I asked him where the freeway is. And the freeway that I asked for is not anywhere near where we are.
Damn.
You have to take a different freeway
Cold.
to get to that freeway. So that already had red flags, raised red flags for the dude, because he's already like, motherfucker, that's not near here. Where are you coming from, dog?
What are you doing?
So he asked me, he's like, where are you coming from? I go, oh, just up the hill. Were you there for this?
It sounds like one of many stops.
Dude,
that
they
happened
arrested
up there
they arrested
on that
Spanky.
hill.
They arrested Spanky for an old warrant in San Francisco.
No, I was there for that one.
You were there.
Yeah, I had to ride back with what's her face, Powerhouse's sister.
Maybe not, because I didn't get the car taken. Everybody rolled back
No?
with me.
Really?
Yeah, they just took him
Might
for
have
his
been a
warrant.
separate incident then.
Okay, so yeah, dude, we were rolling, and I got near this cop, and so I rolled down the window, asked where this freeway was, and he was like, where are you coming from? I was all just up the hill. He's like, yeah, but where? I go, just up the hill.
He's over here.
Yeah.
What way? That way.
Yeah, one of those, dude. And yeah, dude, he ended up running my plate, no biggie, ran all of our IDs, and Spanky had a warrant in San Francisco for like brass knuckles, for possession of brass knuckles or some
Yeah.
shit.
Smart move.
Well, those were his moves.
Gangsta, 408. Don't stop me, please. Don't try to hate.
Gangsta.
That
Hey,
was the weakest shit ever.
once again, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Stitches and Riches, Anchor, Speedy Skunk, a.k.a. Skunk Works. Hit up Robert.
Yep. Tell him Matt sent you.
Hey, you're going to see Matt next week. You're going to see me tomorrow night.
On the 12-pack.
Peace.
Oh, yeah. Happy Thursday. Man, I gotta take a shit. Hadouken!